Hello everyone, welcome back. Today you're getting a 2-for-1. I'm going to talk about how I'm not scared to buy comic books anymore, specifically high-end books, and you're going to see a major Bronze Age unboxing of a book that's been on my wish list and I have fought tooth and nail to get at a reasonable price. Right off the bat, let's talk about why I think it's okay to buy comic books again. Here's why. I think the market is kind of like stabilizing on some of these high books. I think it's going to go down a little bit more on some stuff, but I think stuff right now is kind of stabilizing, and I'm in a comfortable place where I think buying things, especially expensive books, is okay and you're not going to lose your butt too bad.
Hey, I'm not afraid anymore. I said I'm not afraid anymore. Do you hear me? I'm not afraid anymore.
I wanted to kind of talk about also what you guys are willing to spend on an individual comic book. That has kind of varied for me, but as I'm sitting right now, I am not really willing to spend more than like $1,500 to $2,000 on a single comic book at one time. Now that may change, but at this point in my life, that's kind of where I'm sitting. What are your guys' values? Where are you guys at as far as buying one single book? I'm not talking about buying a collection. I'm not talking about, buying a bunch of keys or a big run or something. For one single book, what are you willing to spend? So if you guys don't remember, I made a video several months ago talking about how I was terrified of buying comic books right now. And at the time, I had every reason to. The inflation was going crazy. The market was going crazy. Books were crashing. Nobody was buying anything. Everybody felt like everybody was selling. Everybody was getting out of it. I didn't know what was going to happen, and I'm glad I waited. We're in this sweet spot right now. We're in the summer of 2023. I feel like now is the time to be buying a lot of these major books. If we look at these prices on some of these major books over the past 3 or 4 years, obviously there's been huge swings. But if you look at sales data of some of these books as early as like 2018, 2019, I mean, we're sitting at like around like 40 to like 50% increase of value of what books were then to even what they are now. So will books ever fall down to that level again? I don't know. And anybody that says they do know is a freaking liar. There's no way to predict that type of thing. But just with inflation, just with how many more people are in the hobby now, I think it's a pretty safe bet that prices won't go down that far. I think we're at kind of a stable point where, if you buy something right now, it may be worth 10%, 15% less in 6 months time, a year time. And that's okay with me. That type of fluctuation I can live with. It's these huge swings that I can't handle that. I like to gamble, but I don't like gambling that much. Before we go on to this unboxing, I kind of wanted to show you guys a clip. This is from one of my most popular videos on the channel. This is from the Cincinnati Comic Con 2022. And this is me trying to haggle, trying to talk to these guys about getting a specific book. Let's check it out. Marvel Spotlight 5, first appearance of Ghost Rider in like a 7.0. He was wanting $3,400 for that. I asked him if he had recently checked the prices, and he said, "Oh yeah, that was spot on." That Marvel Spotlight 5, he had it for $1,800. Recent sales at the time of this filming, it was like $1,400, $1,300, $1,500. That was all the numbers I was seeing. He's like, "Nah, a GPA says $1,800," and I'm like, "Okay." They wanted $1,800 for that busted copy of that Marvel Spotlight 5. I mean, that might have been a 3, maybe. I could have gotten a 5.0 already graded for $1,800. Like, this is how crazy the prices are right now and how easily somebody could get taken. So with all that out of the way, let's talk about what we've got right here. I bought another book from Elite Comics 11. You're probably scratching your head. I thought Elite Comics 11 was your enemy, the worst enemy. No, 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 no. I'm on Elite Comics 11 bandwagon now. They are making some incredible deals, selling huge books. They recently just sold an Ultimate Fallout 4 9.8, the Djerovic variant. I don't know how to say that guy's name, for $35,000. They're making those kind of sales on Instagram. And they're a trusted brand where people are willing to spend that kind of money, and they know that they're going to get the book. They're not getting ripped off. They're not, it's going to be a good transaction. Is Elite Comics 11 one of the standards of what fair market value is on books? I think they might be. Are they more indicative of what prices are than eBay, cover price, GPA? I don't know, because that market, their audience, that is who's buying comic books. The people on Instagram, they are the market. These are like the true comic book fans. These are the people that are buying $35,000 comic books. I'm not saying that the heritage auctions aren't out there. I'm not saying, these other, like Short Boxed and all these other places. I'm not saying that those guys aren't selling books. But man, when you see that feed and somebody's claiming that, I mean, this is real. And these people are buying real high dollar books on there. Big books, Hulk 181s, in good grades, 6.0, 7.0, 8.0s. Nobody's buying those books. And they're at good prices. I realize eBay has a much vaster audience, but this is kind of like a true meter, a true gauge of where the comic book community is right now and who's buying what and how much people are willing to spend. So this book got here crazy fast. Without further ado, let's bust into this box and let's see what this Bronze Age key is. All right, so this guy had the obviously tracking, and then it was signature confirmation. Looks like it's been shipped very well. So far, so good with all the shipping and the as far as like the transactions and how speedy like things got here. Everything has been good with the sellers on Elite Comics 11. All right, this is a big boy book. This is a major Bronze Age key. Marvel Spotlight 5, first appearance of Ghost Rider in a 7.0. Let's take a closer look at this. Marvel Spotlight 5, Marvel Comics, August 1972. Origin and first appearance of Ghost Rider, Johnny Blaze, first appearance of Roxanne Simpson. 7.0 off-white to white pages. Gary Friedrich and Roy Thomas story. Mike Plug cover and art. A classic cover. Black cover. Shows so much wear, so many indentions, so many spine ticks, so easily shown on this book. This is a nice copy. It's got some chipping on the back there and on the edge. This book has been cleaned and pressed very obviously. Oh, doctor. This is a wall book for me. So if you guys have been following the channel for a while, you guys know this book's been on my radar. This is one of those books that I had the opportunity to buy in Cincinnati Comic-Con last year, 2022. And if you just look at the prices of what those guys were selling it as, the runaround those guys were giving me at that convention, the raw prices for this book, it's laughable. You guys saw the prices that those guys were selling this book at. $3,400 in 2022. I got this book for $1,800 shipped in a 7.0. If I had bought those books at that convention, I would have paid $1,500 to $1,800 for a mid to low grade copy, one not even being graded, the other in a 5.0. This is a story of patience. This is a story of vindication for me. This book means more to me than just the book. I mean, how awesome it is. This book means that I'm doing something right. I'm doing the right thing. I'm being patient. I'm watching for deals. I'm watching the market. I'm not just shelling out $3,400 to some idiot at a Comic-Con. I'm going to call that guy a freaking idiot. He's probably one of the worst people I've ever met in this whole game. By far. I've made fun of him on multiple videos. I continue to make fun of him because it was despicable what he was charging for that book. This is validation for me. If you guys can't tell, I'm very, very honest in this video right now. But this is a feel-good book for me. This is a hell yeah book for me. Classic cover, classic book, incredible character. One of the best covers ever in comic books, in my opinion. Definitely one of the best Marvel covers for sure. I'm so glad to have this in collection. You guys are going to be seeing this a lot on the wall if you keep watching my videos. Guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If at any point in time you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you like this video, subscribe for more. Take care.